Well, guess who's back, Warrior Goddesses? Yes, we are live again today, as promised, because I'm getting questions thick and fast and having things come up and ladies hanging out in my inbox. And I wanted to use this time to answer these questions. And of course, as always, invite you to our Superhero School, our live online Mindset Nutrition and Kettlebell Awesomeness Bootcamp that we're kicking off on Monday. So, and if you pay attention, I'm going to invite you to this, but also I'm going to offer you a free spot for everyone that's on and watches this video, whether live or replay. If you just keep commenting, saying hello, turning up in the comments, giving me hell yes, throwing out the emojis. Each time you comment will be put into a draw so that you can then win a free spot. We've already given away 2 free spots, 3 free spots. Maybe we're already on 4 free spots. I don't know. We're definitely on 3. But I would love for you to grab one of them. And we've got up to another couple more to give away before Monday. So I want to answer this question before, and then I'm also going to invite you, as I said, to Superhero School. But a question or a thing that's coming up a lot is, I don't know if my swing's any good. I wish I could squat deeper. If only I could activate my core or my glutes more, or if only I could, if my shoulder injury stopping me from doing X, or if there's a workaround or that sort of thing, right? So what I'm loving about these questions is that they're kettlebell related, which is amazing, but also that it shows that people are really committed and they're really working towards a goal. And I love that. And this is also what we're going to be teaching you in Superhero School. So as I said, I'm going to invite you along. You can click the link above or below to find out more about Superhero School, which kicks off on Monday. But I want to answer this specific question, and I want to answer it to give you help and support, but to let you know how and why we had to create Superhero School just to answer these questions. Okay, so first of all, when I get a question of, I don't know if my swing's any good, or I'm not activating my glutes, or I don't know if my squat's deep enough, or is my hip, knee, ankles, wrists, shoulder injury going to stop me from doing XYZ? It generally stems from they're doing something and they're not making any progress, right? So rather than answer the actual question, and a lot of the times people probably get frustrated with my answers because it's not that the most perfect swing will get you the results. It's not if you can squat perfectly, then you'll get X, Y, and Z. What this question tells me is that somebody is doing something and they're not getting where they want to go. They're not making the progress they think they should be making, and therefore they're stuck, right? They're stuck or something's going on. Yeah. So what I'm going to say about this is very simple, is that this is just a very, very small cog or part in a system that's way bigger. It's that one solo violinist in the orchestra, right? So when you come to ask me questions, and this also might manifest a question as, can I put fruit in my smoothie? It's the same thing. They're doing something and it's not getting you the results or the progress. So the question I always come back to is, what is your goal? What are you working towards? And why do you think it's not working? Right? Because yes, of course, we want you to swing with good form and accurately, and we want to try to get you swinging as heavy as possible, as quickly as possible. And yes, we want you squatting nice and deep and looking after your knees and doing all of these things. But when it comes down to really what it is that you want or what you're looking for, this is not the question you want to ask. Normally it's, I'm doing something and it's not quite getting me where I want to go. But you've probably never really sat down and gone, well, what is it that you want? Sometimes I get, responses of, I want to look good naked, or I want to do X, Y, and Z. But looking good naked is not measurable, right? Or dropping a dress size, that's measurable. Or losing this amount of body fat is measurable. Or losing this amount of, weight, which is not my favorite tool of progress, but that's completely measurable. So when it comes to a goal, it has to have the SMART acronym, SMART, specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time frame, right? For you to be able to figure out, okay, First of all, what is it that I want specifically? How can I measure that? And then I need an actual plan that's going to get me there. So when ladies ask me this question, it is a big light bulb for me to go, they don't have a goal and they don't have a plan to get there. Because if you had a goal and if you had a plan to get there, then the question wouldn't be that. The question would be, can you just check my form to make sure I'm doing this okay? Or I'm struggling to be able to go heavier with my military presses. Can you see if my form, right? That's different. Yeah. So can you see where it's different? Can you see? And it's the same with the fruit in my smoothie. Well, I don't know what your goal is. I don't know what your current plan is. I don't know what your macros are. I don't know how many calories you're going towards. I don't know if you're trying to shred or if you're trying to build. So therefore, I can't answer that question. And the same thing happens. So the reason why we had to create our 6-day superhero school is that we needed to take ladies on a journey to understand the importance of having a very specific and clear goal, right? That is to do with body shape change, not necessarily to do with weight loss, that has a measurable outcome, right? A measurable result. We are results focused first and foremost. And we needed to make it measurable. So I went and created a cool little spreadsheet. You maybe have heard me talk about my very geeky body shape change calculator to help you to what is your starting point, what is your end goal, and how long is it going to take you to get there, and what do you need to do? What are the variables that you need to do and the commitment that you need to make in order to get there, right? Perfect. That's the answer. So then when you have that plan, so here's my goal. Now I have a plan of, well, this is what I need to get there. This is how many workouts. This is how I need to eat. This is my eating protocol. This is my training plan. Then your job is just to do the training plan as best you can, right? So the training plan, if it's a good training plan written with a specific end result in mind, hello, Sexy Strong program, then you will have progressive overload built in, right? So progressive overload is a fancy term that says you'll just get stronger and you'll build more muscle as you continue to do this program. Now, in my experience of women, most of us don't have a clear goal, have an exact plan to reach that goal, and don't have a system to measure the progress along the way to make sure that you are getting fitter, stronger, building that muscle and seeing progress, right? So if you don't have these mechanisms in place, then you're going to ask me questions like, I don't know if I'm swinging quite right. I don't know if my squat's deep enough. And am I allowed to put fruit in my smoothies? Right? Because you don't have a framework. You don't have those guidelines to get you there. You don't have the map. Okay. So what we've created in our 6-day superhero school is the science. Yes, it's science to help you to set the goal, yeah, which is realistic and actual and has a time frame and is specific to what you want, body shape change over 40. Then we help you to create your specific eating and training plan so that you've got something to follow that's very specific for the 28 or 30 days. It's about 4 weeks or so, right? About a month. So we're able to give you the tools to create that plan for yourself based on what your goal is. Yeah? Imagine. That's it. It's the map. So a lot of you had said that, first of all, you may be not ready to commit to our Sexy Strong program financially or time or you're not maybe ready for it or whatever reason. So we wanted to create an almost DIY option, right? So the DIY option means that you have to do more of it, right? Do it yourself. See what I'm going there? And that's why, one, we had to create it over 6 days because we didn't want to bombard you and try to get you to do it. Like if I ran, 4 hours or 5 hours all in one go, your brain would explode, right? Also, it's not teaching the principles that we teach, which is a small amount of time done every day, or that 1% improvement done every day will get you the results. So it's really quite genius what I've created and why we've created the 6-day superhero school. But I can also see why ladies have the resistance because they're going, well, do I really need to dedicate 6 days to this? Do I really need to spend this amount of time? But the answer is yes, because you can't answer, no trainer will be able to answer the question of, Yes, can I look at you doing a squat or watch you taking a video of yourself doing a swing and give you teaching points to correct it and fix it and then get you to film a new one and show you the difference? Yes, right? Can I see where you're not activating your glutes? Can I see where you're not, deep squatting deep enough, or you're not putting your weight on your heels, or you're not standing tall and activating your quads or your core in a swing or something like that? Yes, 100%. As a personal trainer, I love doing that. But I'm not going to lie to you and say that's the answer. That's the holy grail of, oh, the reason why you haven't lost any of this weight or made any progress is because your swing isn't great. That's not the answer, right? Is it one part of it? Yes. How big a part? You know, when you learn the 4-step formula for body shape change and see where kettlebell training falls in that, and also know that and understand how exercise science works, is that most of the time, it's going to take you a good bit of time to build up your fitness and strength, and specifically with kettlebell training, because some people feel like it's a bit more in your brain, or it requires you to do more thought, or it's something completely different. You've never done it before. So it will require a little bit more time to get into the groove and feel comfortable being uncomfortable with it, right? But more often, just starting to do the exercise is the most important part. In fact, in our Sexy Strong program, which is mimicked in our 6-day superhero school, it's just distilled down into a shorter point. We literally have distinct phases where you learn specific things as you get the results. So you're going through an experience, you're getting the results, but you're also learning the 7-day carb cycle formula. You're also learning how to do kettlebell training and how to build an automatic daily training habit, right? Starting with 4 minutes a day, working up to 10, then working up to 30 minutes, right? We say that minimally we want you to do 3 workouts a week, but if you really want to start to build and get those goals, we want to get you 4 or 5 times a week doing daily automatic training, right? And then that will have built into it as you continue into phase 1, progressive overload, getting you fitter, stronger, building muscle memory, building the muscles that we need you to have to then be able to lift heavier in phase 2, where in phase 2, you're building strength and muscle and you're eating for gains and you're eating for building that strength. And then phase 3 is where you're really tested. It's called power. It's all about testing you mentally, physically, testing your power, your mental strength. And it's really tough, right? And then phase 4, getting you mentally ready to do a shred, what it feels like to do a shred once you've built all this muscle, right? So there's a system, there's the science, there's a step-by-step formula. And the answer is not if you just squat a little deeper or if you squeeze your glutes a little more in that kettlebell swing, then everything will be okay, right? So not to overwhelm you with the information, but this is the thing that I see wrong time and time again with ladies, is that they don't understand that body shape change and understanding nutrition and understanding sports science and understanding the science behind body shape change, specifically over 40, is a system, right? It is a system. It is a plan. It needs to have a start, a middle, and an end, right? And more often than not, women don't know how to follow a plan, have never really followed a plan. They've only followed a diet, which is not the same thing. And they don't understand progressive overload and getting fitter and the reason why that's built in the way that it is. And they also don't give themselves enough time following something to just follow it, get enough data to then maybe reconfigure or feedback it a little bit so that you can make some tweaks or some changes, because you'll need to personalize it a little bit for you and your lifestyle. And maybe if you do have a bit of a sore knee or a sore hip, that needs to be modified for you, right? So that's my answer. That's what I wanted to say. So if you're someone who, would love to have their form checked for their swings and their squats, for sure, you're going to get that in kettlebell, in our wonderful superhero school, right? We cover kettlebell training, the guide to kettlebell training, kettlebell swing fixes. We've got kettlebell squat fixes in there. You can upload your videos and get them feedbacked by me to be able to help you and progress and get you stronger. But more specifically, we're going to help you to create a goal and a plan to get you the results that the kettlebell training is the day-to-day activity of, right? The result is not the kettlebell training. The kettlebell training is just a mechanism. It's just a tool to get you the result of body shape change, getting stronger, getting healthier, being like a badass superhero, right? That's what we want for you. So if you're intrigued, if you're like, okay, I understand now why it has to be this way, but also understand that there's so much flexibility in the Superhero School to watch replays, to watch our pre-recorded videos in our digital studio in the members area, to get feedback and live Q&A every single day of me holding your hand and checking your form, all for just $27. That's just over 20 quid, ladies, right? If you want to get all of this amazing resources for the smallest price point of anything that I offer, then this is it. So as I said, or if you keep on commenting, we will give away one free spot in that live nutrition and mindset and kettlebell bootcamp. And if you want to find out more, if you just want to jump right on it, go on over to warriorgoddesskettlebelltraining.com/school so that you can access it, get signed up. We kick off on Monday. Don't worry if you can't make all the live sessions. The replays are available. You can submit questions in advance. They will be answered. You can submit videos. You can submit all of your stuff in advance for review and get the answers that you need in order to make it work for you. Yeah, that's what we want, right? Because we know that you're busy. We know that you're trying hard and we know that you really want this, but you've got to figure out the system, right? There is a system that's going to work right for you. And this is what we're creating the environment for you to be able to create this, right? For you to be able to understand how it all works. Yeah. And I'm going to be there every step of the way holding your hand. So I'll be live again tomorrow as usual. If this was really interesting, go ahead and comment. Every comment is really important. If you're watching it as a replay, #replay, come say hi and let us know. And we will be doing a draw every single day for a free spot. But I would love to see you on the inside, as always, in Superhero School. And I will see you same time, same place tomorrow. All right. Peace out.